We'll get started in just under 4 minutes here. I'll give time for everybody to join the lobby. Hold tight, get your stuff ready, and we'll get started with this free exercise training. Good morning, you wonderful humans. We're back at it again. It is 8:10 a.m. Day 12, Friday. We're here to get ourselves some free exercise training. My name is Seth Spicer. I'm here on behalf of Connected Community Health Support. We call it CCHS. It's a lot more catchy. You can tune in later today because we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, not only at 7:30 a.m. and the second session, but at 11:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We restream our free virtual exercise training. That's all body weight, no equipment required, on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, all day on Twitch, or specifically at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube as well, in case you miss the streams. I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to do it as we get through our workout together. Of course, we have to begin with the warm-up. I'll check your ear off as we warm up. All right. Grab what you need. Grab what you want. Grab what you want, but only what you need. I'm going to get started with the timer. All right. So we're going to start just with our hip opening exercises. We're going to open the gate and close the gate. Step over the baby, step over the baby. All right. It's going to do that for about 10 reps each side, maybe 12, whatever feels good on your hips. Go ahead. I'll open and close the gate as I chat. So again, we stream free exercise. We also provide a whole bunch of other content on the ropes, especially once the semester is over, because we're all in grad school getting our master's in exercise science. So after the semester's over, we'll be able to provide even more good content and really build out the other things that we're looking to provide, such as free one-on-one health coaching and even paid at-home personal training, if that's something anybody would be interested in. Again, we're trying to make health and fitness accessible. Maybe you don't have the time to go to the gym. Maybe you don't have the money. Maybe you're a beginner and don't know where to start. We can get you there. This program is for everybody. All right. Arm circles backwards. Go ahead and begin those. It's very adjustable. Anybody can join and should be able to get a solid workout, even if you have bad knees, even if you have a little bit of extra weight to lose that compared to what you might want to have. We can still get you in, and we provide variations so that anybody can have an enjoyable exercise experience. All right, other way, forward arm circles. This week is special in that we are supporting the One Love Foundation in their Yards for Yeardley movement. And what that means is you can post this video, your own video of you covering yards, walking, running, swimming, biking, with the hashtag Move for Love to help build awareness about relationship violence. All right. What constitutes a healthy relationship? What constitutes an unhealthy relationship? One Love Foundation does a lot more than that. They would love it. I would love it if you shared that link. That was too many arm circles. We're going into open books. Arms forward. Open the left hand. Hips remain forward. Your T-spine, your upper back guides you to the back wall. If we're standing here, it looks like that. All right. We're doing that with our right and our left hands. Boom, boom. Repeat on both sides. You can look towards the hand as you pull it back. I'm not photogenic. I'm just going to remain facing forward. All right. Do that a few more times on each side. And of course, as I always say, this is a great way to undo the effects of sitting all day, to open up your upper back. Keep yourself from getting slouched over. All right. Fantastic. Next up, we're going to our neck circles, 10 each direction. I skimped out on these last exercise session. Oh, and Lord knows I could use it. My neck goes snap, crackle, pop, but it doesn't hurt. And as long as it doesn't hurt, we're good. Pain is bad. A little bit of uncomfortability during exercise is expected. Okay. As always, before we get started, make sure you consult a physician to make sure that this exercise program is okay, safe, and healthy for you. We did our best to make sure that it doesn't do anything to spike your systolic blood pressure or jump to hurt your joints or basically anything that could cause you harm, really, except for getting you a solid workout. But as always, you know the drill. Please talk to a physician. Take a minute, get what you need. I like to do a cactus to warm up a rotator cuff. You don't have to go too fast with these. Kind of feels cool too to coordinate your arms like this. Full tree pose, I don't know. And without further ado, we'll get started with our exercise program. Thank you for joining in this morning. Deeply appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, throw them into the chat and I will check them out. We're going to begin. Chat has made it so that I can see it now. We're going to begin with exercise number 1. We have 8 exercises. We're going to begin with either floor touches or glute bridges. I think we know what a glute bridge is. A floor touch looks like this. We're doing that for 30 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Just join me with the exercise. Join the all the other people that work out during different time slots, that work out with Jake, that work out with Adam. We're still progressively growing this program faster than we kind of expected it to go. So if you're a part of it, I'm glad you can be here, and I greatly appreciate it. End time. That's the end of exercise number 1. Next up, we have snow angels. They can be prone or bent over. Of course, prone is on your belly, like so, making a snow angel on the floor. You do that for 30 seconds. The standing variation is the bent over snow angel, like so. Waving for help. If you've ever seen that movie, Castaway, I think it is, there's Wilson down there, you're saying, help me. Anyway, snow angels starting in 3, 2, 1. We're here. Waving for help. Working our post delts, our rhomboids, our upper traps, maybe even a little bit of lats. Once you're back here, all right. Wilson. Keeping the arms above the plane of the head at all times. In a good bent over position is pushing your butt back towards the wall. 3, 2, 1, and time. Thank you so much for joining. All you have to do is follow my lead and listen to me run my hilarious fat mouth. Next up, we have a very difficult exercise. If you're just tuning in, okay, Siri, if you're just tuning in, I hope you're mentally prepared. Siri, go away. Not now, Siri. Okay, Flappy Birds, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. This is a hard exercise. For some reason, I can't say it anymore, Lateral Raises sent off my phone. That was really weird and kind of funny. I guess Apple knows what the best exercise is. They were worried. They sent Siri after me. They said, shut them down. They can't know about the Flappy Birds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we have just a reach to the opposite toe. I kneel with the Flappy Birds. And if you are kneeling, you can stand on up. If you're already standing, congratulations. That's one less rep of a squat you have to do. This is a core exercise, specifically our posterior chain and rotational deep chains. We're going to take a right hand, reach down to the left foot, and stand up. We're going to alternate back and forth. Please join me, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. It's kind of weird to think that somewhere out there in this world, there are 4 people doing the same exercise together with me. You know, this is only the 12th time that we've streamed this, day 12, but that feels kind of good. It's a solid reason to wake up in the morning, to work out with your fellow CCHS community. Someday when there's a lot more people, it's going to feel especially cool to have a bunch of people like-minded as you. 3, 2, 1, time. And that's all she wrote for that one, folks. Next up, we have my personal favorite. I know I'm not cheating on Flappy Birds, okay? They're good too, but we're going to move on to our squats, all right? Squat pattern. You're here, and you're just squatting down like you're sitting in a chair. Stand up, sit in a chair, just like that. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. All we got to do is squat down like you're sitting in a chair and stand up. You do it for 30 seconds, it'll catch up to you. You do it for 3 sets, it'll get you enough. You do it for 2 sessions in the morning instead of 1, it'll get you. Keep going. If you only can go down to here, that's okay. Whatever you feel is a solid workout for you. And if you're a psycho, you can do jump squats, but that's only if you really need a better workout. And time, not even a better workout, a workout more appropriate for you. That's not my jam for 30 seconds. I wouldn't be able to speak. I would be gassed on the floor. Anyway, push-ups. You can be on the wall. Find yourself a nice wall. Maybe you need a desktop. You can push against. I like to use Coucho or the floor if you can do that for 30 seconds. I'll use Coucho for this one. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Push-ups for 30 seconds. This one's actually decently difficult relative to the floor. I actually think I like the wall a little better. 10 more seconds. I did bench yesterday for the first time in a while. But we're still doing this, and time. I may or may not be excessively sore. And push-ups might not be the best thing for me. But the show must go on. All right. Next up, we have our I's, Y's, and T's, further opening up that chest, working our back muscles, keeping us in good posture as we walk around for the day from seat to seat. I's, Y's, and T's, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Reach out in front. Reach out to 45. Reach out to the sides. In front. 45. To the sides. And again, we're in that bent over position. Reaching our butt back towards the wall. Reach out in front. Reach out to the 45. And reach out to the sides. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good work, good stuff. We love to see it. The last exercise is one of the best ones, I promise. I say that about everything, don't I? Don't worry about it. This is the best one for real this time. We have Inchworms. All right, you start here, standing. You touch the floor. You walk your hands out as far as you feel comfortable, and you walk them back. Starting in 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1. Join me. This is a fun one for the kids, I'm sure. I like to do it in 4 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders forward. Now pull the hips back from the front. High and back. Here, down, other hand. Good morning, and back. And time. And that is the end of set number 1. You'd think I'd give you a minute break, but you'd be wrong. We're going right back to the top with our floor touches or glute bridges. I'm going to use the hip lift, the glute bridge. That's just another name for it. If you want to stay standing for that variation and do the floor touches, that feels great too. I just prefer this relationship with gravity. In 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Buns of steel molding exercise. Hips up to the sky. Get them at least so they're in line with the rest of your body. Pushing the heels into the floor. Keep it moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Awesome work. Next exercise we have is the snow angel. It can be prone or bent over, whichever floats your boat. Prone is army style on your belly. Bent over is just throwing the hips back, as we've seen before. I'll do prone this time for this set. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. And we're here. We could definitely use a couple reviews on our Facebook page. So if you're seeing this, I would greatly appreciate it if you went over to Connected Community Health Support and shot us a follow if you aren't already following, or a positive review so we can move up in the search terms and help make health and fitness more accessible to more people. And time. And again, the lateral raises. All right, we love that. Lateral raises, also known as Flappy Birds. Don't use milk. It will curdle. Maybe dishwasher detergent. Maybe your bag of Tide Pods, not the milk. Milk doesn't need that. Who drinks milk anyway? Am I right? 3, 2, 1. Flappy Birds. These definitely staved off the soreness when I got round 1 of the vaccine. Now, it might not look like it now because, they've atrophied a little bit, but when I got run on the vaccine, my shoulders, dude, they were like this big, all right? They were massive. It was, so this works. We don't use pro science here. Don't worry. I'm just joking. 3, 2, 1, and time. Go ahead and stand up if you aren't already standing. And we're going to reach to the opposite toe. Again, we use a horizontal push, pull, vertical push, pull, a squat, and a hinge. The 6 big movement patterns along with core in there as well. I wish we could crawl and I wish we could hang, maybe for a different day. Like hang out, dude. Ready, set, begin. Reach the opposite toe, hand up. Opposite toe, hand up. Here and here. If you want to go double time, you may. Go here and here. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we have squats. We know what's going on now. Quick note, we do a whole bunch of stuff. I like to take a quick second to talk about some nutrition and protein. Protein, you want to get about 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram a day of body weight. So what that really boils down to is about 0.6 grams of protein per gram. 0.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight. All right. Squats in 3, 2, 1, begin. So the reason I say that is because if you're trying to gain muscle, you at least need that threshold of protein in your day. When you want to get more protein is when you're in calorie deficit. Now that is most of us, because in order to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. But if you want to retain your muscle mass with exercise, you also need a fair amount of protein. And time with the squats. Push-ups are next. I'll do the full floor push-up this time. So what that means is sometimes you see misinformation out here about you don't need protein, you need 5 grams per pound. And really, you have to think about it wisely and make sure it's proportional to your exercise needs, your dietary needs, according to the guidelines that I just threw out you. The most I'll do is 2 grams per kilogram when I'm in an extreme weight loss cut period. 3, 2, 1, begin. And here we are. Go ahead and push up. Keep it going. Keep pushing up. Keep doing those push-ups. I'm here to support you. I want to make sure there's no technical difficulties. There you go. Keep it going. Keep pushing up. We're all good. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was a hard set. Oh my goodness. And that's why I have the degree, so I can tell you to do it, right? Just kidding. I always try to do these exercises with y'all because it doesn't feel good to exercise alone, but it does feel good to watch me suffer while you do whatever you do from the comfort of your own home without any judgment. Next up, we have our I's, Y's, and T's. Do what you like, do what you please. But back in 3, 2, 1, begin. Reaching forward, reaching to 45, reaching to 90. Forward, 45, and 90. Boom, boom, and here. Keep it going. We're already almost 2/3 done with this exercise session, and time. Lastly, our inchworms again. Inchworms again. We're going to be crawling forward, walking it back. Next week, we're going to 45 minutes because any good program should be progressively overloading and getting more difficult. Eventually, we're going to step back so that people can join in from the beginning if they're just seeing it. But if you're looking for something a little more intense, next week, it's getting us there. And I'll make sure that it's perfect for all of us. Inchworms in 3, 2, 1. Don't worry. I can keep up the intensity for 45 minutes. Don't question me for a second. I'll only be able to do one session while I'm in classes still. But that will be the best 45-minute session you've ever seen. And I'll make sure that it's adjustable for all of us. Don't be afraid. You are capable of it. I tested out the hour one once, and it was hard, but it's adjustable so that we can all make it through. And time. Back to the top. Round number 3. We love to see it. No comments today. Shocking. We're always getting all these chatters in Twitch when we restream them on Tuesdays. And I go live and nobody wants to talk to me. I'm an expert, guys. You ask me anything at all. Maybe at the end, actually, or during, whatever floats your boat. Next up to the top, glute bridges or floor touches. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Push them up to the sky. If you're standing, touch the floor and stand up. Squeeze the glutes. If you really want to feel it in the boot, you should feel it there naturally by pushing the heels into the floor and raising the hips up to the sky. And time. That was an enjoyable experience. Next up, we have snow angels. I did them on the floor last time. Now I get to go over to the bent over position. There we go. The bent over position for the snow angels, or prone if you like a challenge. I'm not trying to jinx it and bring the cold back with the snow. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Butt back and begin. Wilson. I wonder if Wilson is friends with Coucho. Huh? Where's Wally in all this? Is Wally dead? I don't know. All I know is exercise. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. And lateral raises. Okay, right up in here. Hello, coming at you live. Seth Spicer, CCHS, making health and fitness accessible. I finally figured out how to, when the cover photo is taken. So that's why I'm doing like this or like this in the beginning of the video now, because I don't want, anyway. Yeah, cover photos, figured it out. Lateral raises, shoulders of steel in 3, 2, 1, begin. During testing for this one, we used tiny dogs, chihuahuas specifically in harnesses, and lifted them. They weren't too heavy, but they were too full of rage to do this exercise with. Therefore, we resorted back to no equipment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with the rage. Next up, we're moving on to our reach to the opposite toe. Whew. They're giving me a struggle today. Reach to the opposite toe. 15 seconds. Make sure you get yourself a protein-dense, nutrient-dense meal after this. A great challenge is cutting out refined carbohydrates, right? Only eating whole foods. That's guaranteed, if you aren't already doing it, to help cut you down on some weight. It's hard to do, though, so maybe weighing yourself down. 3, 2, 1, begin. Myself, the inflammatory response that goes on in your body in response to very processed sugar, right? Granulated sugar. Not carbohydrates. Carbohydrates as a whole are good and are necessary in your body, right? You want them to be about 45 to 60% of your daily calorie intake. But the refined stuff wreaks havoc on your body. It's like alcohol. Too much, no bueno. And time. So with that said, complex carbohydrates, starches, grains, legumes, fruit, veggies. That's a great way to get your carbs. Next up, hey, Squat City. If you have a very heavy sandbag laying around, now's your time to grab it if you want it. For set number 3, ready and begin. Squat down, stand up. Yeah, this one actually progressive overload. Last week it was 200 pounds. It was too easy for me. So now I'm doing 300 pound sandbag. It's really a good time. If you're watching this post live, thank you very much for staying with us and tuning in. I know we get a lot of people that do that afterwards as compared to live. That's great. Either way, I don't care when you watch it, as long as you do. And time. All right. Next up, push-ups. Not saying that I'm super sore, but I'm doing mine on the wall this time. Wherever you feel most comfortable, exercise should feel good for you. All right. I'm going to the wall, find couch, I'll find the floor. Starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Make sure I don't take out this tiny TV. The other one already spontaneously fell over. But you get what you pay for most of the time. And if you buy a cheap TV, it's going to fall over. The only exception from that, you get what you pay for phenomena, is right here at CCHS. It's completely free, always will be. It's super high quality. Keep going with the push-ups. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. 2 more exercises left. That's 2 minutes, and then we can move on to our cool down, which I just realized that I forgot last session. Don't tell them. I hope they didn't realize. All right, as Y's and T's. Coming at you while I look up with a big old cheese. And we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. We're here, and we're here, and we're here. Reach overhead, reach 45, out to the side. Up, 45, back. Again, working your post delts, your upper traps, your rhomboids. Really just your entire upper back with this entourage. Balancing out from the push-ups. And time. One more exercise. We have our core number 2, our inchworms. We walk it out and then we walk it back. I like to do this in 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We'll give it a shot. See what happens. Last exercise. Maybe you can see how many you can get in 30 seconds. Last chance. Maybe you want to take it easy because next week we're back at it. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Maybe you want to earn your weekend fun. It's not a healthy way of mentally looking at it. So forget I said that. But I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe one more in there. One more. Down and back. All right. Now we're going to get a little bit of a cool down in because we are done for the day. Shake it out. Control your breathing. If you're watching this after the fact, we could always use reviews or sharing. This helps us so much. Our biggest posts are the ones where people are kind enough to share them. Or even if you just want to tell your friends and family to share it because you think that they know people that could benefit from this. And truly, 87 million Americans are considered not even overweight, but obese. And of that population, 66% have tried to lose weight in the last year. That means there's 87 million Americans that could really benefit and that would like exactly what we're doing right now. 40% of Americans, bear hugs. Go ahead and shake it out, hug yourself for a cool down. 40% of Americans left paycheck. The paycheck and all of these numbers disproportionately affect low-income communities. So with that said, there's a huge need. All we have to do is work on our distribution, as they say, of our content and really get it out to as many people as possible. And the more that people help with that, the more grateful we will be. We're growing well already, but we're a long way from 87 million. Maybe a couple twisties. Maybe throw a tantrum while you're at it. It's actually a golf exercise. Ooh, that feels good. A couple of the swingers. Watch out for your light fixtures. So you know we had a good range of motion. And that's all she wrote for today. I'll stick around for a couple minutes so you can shoot your questions into the chat. Again, I'm watching. There's a little bit of a delay, so I'll stick around for a couple minutes. Shoot them in. I'll see what you got. I'll try and answer them live. We stream live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We restream them Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Our videos are saved on our YouTube at Connected CHS. Our main channel is Connected Community Health Support. It's our Facebook page. Again, hit us up with a review. Tell your friends about that one. I don't want to have to, spend money to get the word out for a free product. That's bad for me. But if we have to, we will, because we want to make health and fitness accessible. Still waiting on comments. Quick thing about protein. Again, I guess this is the nutrition day. I don't know. In terms of protein specifically, when you're in a calorie deficit, you need it to retain muscle mass. You also need to sleep well. That's another big factor in retaining your muscle mass, your lean body composition during a weight loss program. But it's also great to get protein called protein pacing throughout the day. What that means is every 3 hours or so, you want to consume some amount of protein, some percentage, some fraction of your daily protein requirements. And that way you can keep your protein synthesis rates, basically the rate at which your body builds muscle, the rate at which your body replaces the muscle that's currently being broken down on a constant basis. If you get protein throughout the day and consistently throughout the day, you'll have increased protein synthesis rates, which means more lean body mass at the end of the day. And again, I mentioned it once, but I'll mention it again because it's super important. Not only diet, not only exercise, but also sleep. If you aren't sleeping 8 hours a night, you are missing out on a ton of cognitive and physical benefits, right? Like, the more you sleep, the more, human growth hormone, testosterone, is released during your sleep, which means, of course, the more muscles you grow, the more you recover, the more, cortisol, the stress hormone, is picked up in your body and eliminated while you sleep. So there's tons and tons of things, but that's more for that later. There's no comments in the chat. I'm going to go on to my calculus class. Thank you so much for joining. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day for a wonderful human. And I will see you all either on the restream or on Monday for our 45-minute session. Again, share this with #MoveForLove, yards for Yeardley, the One Love Foundation, trying to bring awareness to prevent relationship violence. Thank you all. My name is Seth Spicer, signing out. Have a wonderful day.